In this video, I am going to discuss the best foods that do not contain sugar, carbohydrates or starches. These foods are recommended to a patient with arthritis and knees, a diabetic, a thyroid patient, and a liver and cholesterol patient. In the first part of the video, I will discuss 8 different food types. In the second part, I will discuss 25 more food types with extremely low carb counts. All 33 foods are good for you all, especially these patients. These foods are extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil, coconut butter, animal ghee. All of these fats and oils are healthy fats that do not contain fiber, and also do not contain carbohydrates, and they are very beneficial for anyone who follows a low carbohydrate diet. Fish, especially salmon, chicken, beef, and lamb meat. All of these meats contain animal proteins, which are extremely beneficial to health. This meat contains zero sugar or carbohydrates. Tea and coffee beverages. These are beverages that contain no carbohydrates or calories. The foods I mentioned are carbohydrate-free. Now I'll discuss 25 foods that are almost carbohydrate-free. They contain few carbohydrates and sugars, some of which are extremely low. I'll talk for 2 to 2.5 minutes about very important topics to help you understand what happens in your body when you eat carbohydrates. When you eat something, ask yourself how much sugar or starch it contains. The more carbohydrates and sugars you consume, the faster your blood sugar level rises. As blood sugar levels rise, your pancreas secretes insulin, which instructs cells to store sugar. The cells will respond to insulin's commands. You eat, and insulin sends orders to the cells, which respond by storing glucose. When the cells fail to respond, insulin resistance develops, and with it, many diseases, which were initially caused by frequent meals and a high intake of carbohydrates and starches. Carbohydrates contain glucose, which quickly converts to blood sugar, and insulin is rapidly released into the bloodstream to regulate the sugar level and transport the sugar to the cells. Protein is carbohydrate-free. Eating protein does not raise blood sugar, but eating a lot of protein results in high levels of amino acids in the blood. The amino acids will metabolize into sugar. However, this process is slow in comparison to the amount of carbohydrates you consume. Fats, when consumed, do not convert into sugar. However, if you consume large amounts of fat, the fat will be stored in the form of triglycerides, and glycerin will be converted into glucose. But this process is very slow. As a result, insulin is secreted in much smaller amounts and at a slower rate than when protein and starches are consumed. When you fast during the month of Ramadan or fast intermittently and avoid carbohydrates and starches, you will get glucose and energy from the fat in your body. I recommend that you eat low carbohydrate foods so that they are slowly absorbed. This food contains some fiber, and it can contain up to 75% fiber, which is beneficial to one's health. Eating it provides nutrition for the intestines, colon, and beneficial bacteria in the colon. In addition, fiber contains no calories. As a result, it has no effect on blood glucose or insulin levels. The presence of fiber slows carbohydrate intake. The worst sugars or carbohydrates are refined white sugar, sugary fruit juice, and sugary soft drinks. Because they lack fiber, the glucose in them is rapidly absorbed and raises blood sugar levels. You can only slow the rise in blood sugar by consuming fiber, protein, and fat. Okay, we've gotten to low-carb foods, including extremely low-carb foods. I'll mention 25 of these foods. Eggs. The egg is a well-balanced, amino acid-rich food that contains both the white and the yolk. The egg is half protein, half fat, with only 1% carbs. Yogurt and cheese, foods with a high proportion of protein and fat and a low percentage of carbohydrates. Chia seeds, pumpkin seeds, and flax seeds. These seeds contain very few carbohydrates, similar to the percentage found in nuts. These seeds can be mixed into yogurt. It is high in protein, fat, and fiber, which slows the absorption of the few carbohydrates it contains. Nuts, almonds, and walnuts are high in healthy fats and fiber but low in starches. Of course, Nuts should be consumed in moderation. Some people may develop health issues and allergies after eating too many almonds. But not everyone, as they contain lectin. Peanuts are a legume. It contains fats and protein. People who are allergic to legumes and lectins will suffer from an allergy when eating peanuts. Berries are one of the best foods that are very low in carbohydrates. Strawberries are almost like berries. The percentage of carbohydrates is very low, and the percentage of fiber is high. Fiber slows down the absorption of carbohydrates, and this is what distinguishes berries and strawberries from all types of fruits. Avocado contains approximately 80% fiber and 20% carbohydrates. Avocado is rich in healthy fats and easily soluble fiber, and nourishes beneficial bacteria in the intestines. Olives are one of the wonderful and great foods, and they are very low in carbohydrates, about 95% of which are healthy fats and fibers that are beneficial for bacteria in the intestines. Tomatoes contain a very small amount of carbohydrates, less than the amount of carbohydrates in olives. Vegetables, broccoli and cauliflower. These vegetables are rich in minerals, especially potassium. They are very low in carbohydrates and starches and do not raise blood sugar levels significantly. Asparagus, green beans, eggplant, sweet peppers, these vegetables are very low in carbohydrates. Leafy vegetables, lettuce contains a very small amount of carbohydrates, a large amount of fiber, and also a large amount of water. Watercress is a leafy vegetable that contains a very low percentage of carbohydrates. Swiss chard, spinach, kale, and cabbage are leafy green vegetables that are very low in carbohydrates. Spinach and kale are considered among the best healthy vegetables, but they are not recommended for people who suffer from urinary problems and form oxalate urinary tract. Of course, this varies from person to person. Summary: eating fewer carbohydrates can provide significant health benefits, and the process does not have to be complicated. Most low-carbohydrate foods are healthy, nutritious, and tasty. They are extremely diverse, encompassing many major food categories such as meats, fish, vegetables, fruits, dairy products, and many more. A health-promoting, low-carb diet based on whole foods can help you lose weight and improve your overall health. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friend and hit that subscribe button below. Your support means the world to me. Don't miss out on future content, ring the notification bell to stay updated. I love hearing from you, so drop a comment with your thoughts or suggestions. What topics do you want me to cover next? Let me know. And before you go, remember, you're awesome, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Until next time, stay inspired and keep rocking.